Hey, this is Matt Kelly from the Dropkick Murphys, and you're watching the Vinnie Langdon Show.
That's right. So 6 years for the Vinnie Langdon Show. And how many for Dropkick Murphys?
14.
14?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All started off in a basement, right? Tell us about that.
Basement of a barbershop, yep. Doing horrible renditions of Clash, Stiff Little Fingers songs, writing a couple originals, one of which we still play today, Barroom Hero. That was the first song the band ever wrote.
Yeah.
And it's been a long, strange journey since then.
Exactly. So on the Vans Warped Tour, you guys been doing it for so long that now you're just doing parts of the Warped Tour, right?
Yeah, you know, we're all old and crusty, and dudes have kids and stuff, so, you know, and dudes are getting married, dudes have kids, they don't want to miss the milestones that happen when, you know, you have a little kid, something new happens every day, you know, so, yeah, so this summer we just want to do a few choice dates, you know, get out there, hit some places we haven't played in a little while, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so when you guys did the full tour, I mean, you guys tour a lot, so is there a favorite place that you guys like playing?
Oddly enough, reminded me, it was a couple Australian dudes getting interviewed over there. Australia's the balls,
yeah,
if I can say that on the air. It's great. Australia's awesome. I really like going to Belgium, England. Japan's crazy. It's like another planet.
Yeah,
and it's cool. I mean, and, you know, San Francisco's awesome. I mean, Chicago. You know, any major city's usually pretty cool. You know, you have friends there that you've been known for 10 years or so, and through pen paling, which is what they had before the internet, yeah, it's just have a good time wherever we go usually, you know.
Yeah. So when a band goes and they already establish themselves as a local artist, they go and they rise, they put out an EP, a full-length album, they go on tour, and then sometimes they're like, that's it. But what keeps the Dropkick Murphys to keep on going, keep on going?
Well, a bunch of uneducated slobs, and I think we enjoy what we do. So it's a no-brainer to keep going. I mean, we're having a blast. You know, we're writing music we like to play, and hopefully pushing the envelope a bit musically. And it's a great time. Bunch of regular guys who would otherwise be having pretty boring jobs doing this. So we feel lucky and blessed, and there's no reason to stop, man, you know?
Right. So do you prefer going out and playing these outdoor festivals, or do you guys like playing, you know, inside the clubs, inside the bars?
I like clubs, definitely. I hate playing outside. If I'm outside, I want to be near the beach. You know, we live in Boston, the water's right there, you know, walking the dog down the beach or something like that. This is fun, you know, some good bands on and stuff like that, and the audience is always great, but I definitely prefer playing nighttime in a club. You know, like that's where I go to see shows too. I go to see bands in bars and clubs and stuff like that, and that's the atmosphere I've always enjoyed seeing bands at. So, for me, yeah, I mean, I think some of the guys are really, they love doing the outdoor stuff, but I don't know, it's just a little weird for me. I don't know, yeah. Sonically or what, I don't know.
Right. So where did Dropkick Murphys get the idea? You know, there's so much music out there. You guys could have been a hip-hop group. You could have been a rock, but you guys ended up doing a little Irish Celtic, a little punk, a little rock, and mix it all together. And where did that come from? Are some of the guys Irish in the band?
Well, none of us are Irish. I mean, we're all American, except one of us is partially Canadian. But Boston is an interesting place. There's there's been a lot of Irish immigration. Immigrants to come to Boston, and there's always been that sound. I mean, you go to any bar, you know, there's sessions and so many bars around, and not to mention you have, you know, my relatives all played in crazy bands over in Europe, playing like Uilleann pipes and concertinas and violins and crap like that, and just a lot of us have just heard that kind of music growing up because it's kind of entrenched in I hate to use hyphenated crap, but Irish American culture. Should I be watching my language here?
That's okay. We got a bleepo-meter.
Okay.
Get it ready, censor people.
Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, well, just having, you know, again, I'm not a big fan of hyphenated Americanism, but the Irish American culture is definitely an actual. It's a bit of a culture, a subculture out there, and that just obviously was very influential on our songwriting, even just as far as structurally and the kind of the storytelling sort of aspect of things. Like Barroom Hero was the first song we ever wrote, right. And that has that kind of sound to it. It's like one of the guys from the band The Freeze was saying, "Oh, that sounds like the Ramones beating up the Pogues or something like that." And there was a bit of a storytelling thing going on, so that I was like, all right, I guess that is kind of what we sound like. We started off with just bits and pieces of that sound in there with some more straightforward like punk and hardcore stuff and oi stuff, and it just sort of, just over the years we learned how to play our instruments a little better, and I think it just brought it out even more so. You know?
Awesome.
That's the wicked long answer to your question.
Yeah. So, you staying, playing songs like The Clash, did you guys ever get the opportunity to go see The Clash live or Sex Pistols or bands like that?
I don't know how much older than you think I am, but our original guitarist, Rick, was old enough to see those bands. He was in punk bands in the 70s in Boston. And he saw like AC/DC with Bon Scott and stuff, and I think he saw the Sex Pistols. I'm not sure, but or he might have seen the Clash. But that was kind of after my time. I'm only 35, so and Kenny now is just 40 and 41 or something. So they were some of the older guys in the band. So never got to see those greats. I saw Journey. I saw the Who. Saw Iron Maiden a bunch of times, AC/DC a bunch of times, and a crap load of hardcore and punk bands. But the closest thing I got to the Clash, I guess, would be to see Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros, and that was a religious experience. It's dynamite, it was great. Them and the Pogues and Finsbury Park in England, in London, but none of that, none of those old timers. I think I knew what punk was at the time, but I was like 4 or 5 years old. So.
Right. Young. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Dropkick Murphys, it's nice to talk to you.
Oh, likewise. Thanks very much.
Yes, and we'll have to have you guys back on the show when you're back on the road.
Yeah, boy.
And after the Vans Warped Tour, where people can go to get more information about you guys?
Well, you can go to dropkickmurphys.com, or you can go to MySpace /Dropkick Murphys, and apparently there's a Facebook thing too, but I'm pretty internet challenged, so I say stick with dropkickmurphys.com and get links from there. But thanks very much, and hope you dig it.